Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Tshego. Hope you're all doing well and keeping healthy and safe. So today I decided to comment on a couple of your comments. I do try to get to everybody's messages. Please, if I don't respond to your message, just know that I might have not seen it. Sometimes what happens is that some messages that disappear before I can respond to them. But then there's other messages which are probably sensitive to YouTube because it just sort of deletes them before I read them. Particularly if you put your emails or if you put like a website. I don't know, for some reason, YouTube doesn't like that. Yeah, so I do try to get to everybody. So there is a couple of comments that I've had that I just wanted to respond to today, and one of them I thought was particularly educational but interesting as well. So the comment was that an open plan house, this is an open plan, is not practical in the rural because of flies. Now, interesting enough, a couple of months back, I actually said to Amon, "Hey Amon, did you notice something? We don't have much flies in the house." It's because I knew that at the peak of summer, we always struggled with flies and mosquitoes, but we didn't seem to have, like, we never had one of those problems where we have to look for a fly swatter or those sticky things that people hang down where the flies stick on both sides. And so he thought about it for a second and then he gave me an answer. He said to me, "Remember when we were at the church? So when we were at the church, we lived in a small house. It was a one-bedroom house. It was a bedroom, open plan, living room and kitchen, and there was a bathroom. And we had a problem of flies. But at the church where the building was big, there was no problem of flies. We used to cook there. The church had a kitchen. We cooked for functions, weddings, funerals, parties, conferences, but there was no issue with flies. So he reckoned it's because the ceiling was quite high. The building is big, it's open, it has like lots of glass doors, it's airy, it's light, and so there goes the problem. So he was just saying, in the same way, our house is a little bit more open because we also have a high roof, and also flies like warm, dark places. So normally in the villages in Africa, if the house is built in a normal village way, the kitchens are small. Usually, if there's a window, it's tiny, it's hot. You have food there, like when people cook and there's leftovers, there's food there. You get, for people with cows, you'll have milk there, you'll have water there. You have a lot going on in the kitchen. We cook in there, there's no chimney. And all these are, it's like happy conditions for flies. And so I think maybe that's where you are coming from. Maybe the experience in the rural was more an issue of lifestyle, how the house is built, and basically what you keep in the house. Wow, that was a long answer. And the second question was snakes. Let me get to that in a second. Oh dear. Okay, Amon is eating delele at the back. Okra, he's eating okra at the back. Okay, so why that comment was educational is actually I never did consider that flies was a problem that they may be wanting to combat, and I can see how that would be an issue and how they would have been dealing with that. And the other thing that I know that they are dealing with, sometimes you have a kitchen separate from the house, and sometimes in the villages, you have a kitchen on its own, and then you have each bedroom on their own. And basically, what they were trying to do is they wanting to avoid, in case if there's a fire, they don't lose everything, because people who live in rural Africa, a lot of them, they don't really have the conveniences that we have in the city. The economics are a bit low. And so when there's a fire, they don't want to lose everything. And these are the things they will be thinking about. Okay, so for the snakes, the house needs to have been built well in order for it to not have snakes. So I'll tell you a story. We have a door at the back of the house. It's actually a door. It's in our bedroom, so it's another way to exit because we have a glass door here. We have glass doors here, and then from here we also have another window here, and we have a window in the kitchen, that window, and we didn't put in another door just because of the plan of the house. Yeah, we didn't know how where we would place it. It would eat space as well, so we just said it, since there's a big glass door in the front of the house, there's no need to put a door in the kitchen, so we put the door in the bedroom. So now Amon likes to open the door and let air flow in. And I was always saying to him that if you open a door and you leave it unattended, creeper crawlies will come in and will have no idea. It's at least better if it's open and we're there. If something comes in, we're able to see it. So he argues with me and calls me paranoid, right? And I'm more a careful person. Amon is more happy-go-lucky in some ways. So one evening we're sitting here watching a movie on YouTube on the cell phone, and all of a sudden Amon just like has all these metric moves, and he starts climbing the couch. We're sitting on the two-seater together. He starts climbing on the couch with his feet, and then he starts telling me, move over, move over. And I'm thinking, okay, where must I move? Is a two-seater? I'm thinking, what got into him? Because he's naturally a more calm person, only to see a snake walking in the house. Like it was a baby snake. I mean, it was thick. It was like maybe thick about the size of a hose pipe. I don't know. It was like this thick. I don't know. But it wasn't too long. Like less. It was less than a meter. So so then it continues inside the house. Jack Russell, because of the commotion, me saying, what's going on, what's going on, the dogs jump behind the couch. And anyways, Amon then comes. He had been working in the garden that evening, afternoon, so he comes. He had left the one of the tools, garden tools, in the linen by the countertop, by the counter. He comes, gets the garden tool, gets behind the snake, and hits it on the head, and then it dies. And then I don't usually tell him I told you so, but this was the one moment that I recall saying, I told you so. So if you don't want snakes in the house, make sure that your house is sealed. Make sure that if you're not in the vicinity, keep the doors closed. If there's space at the bottom of the door, find a way to close it. And we had that problem with our house. In the bedroom, there was a bit of space as well at the bottom of the door, and we were gonna leave it like that because we figured when we put the tile, that gap is going to be closed. But the problem was we kept getting rats, and I just figured if rats can come in, even snakes can come in. So as long as your house is built well, as long as it's sealed, you don't leave a door unattended, particularly in a village where we are surrounded by bushes and shrubs and whatnot. Um, that's a way to make sure that you don't have the snakes in the house. Now, for spiders, I have learned just watching other homesteading groups that spiders are good for some things. There are some pests that we hate that the spiders take care of. So there's this thing out there that don't kill spiders. So I've learned something. So I leave the spiders alone, but when the cobweb gets a bit much, then I get rid of the cobweb. That's as far as that goes. But yeah, spiders on the walls, that's pretty normal. We do get frogs as well. Frogs are sneaky because they can actually climb up the wall and get inside the house. I never knew that frogs could stay in the house. I used to think they belonged in rivers until I moved to Zim. Yeah, so I hope that helps. And then the comment on the snakes, I think they were also particularly looking, they were looking at the fact that the house is round and it's thatched, and it was reminding them of village houses. I don't think that a mud house is more worse off than a townhouse. It's just an issue of how you keep things, and how you, whether it's sealed or not, like we've already said. People are building amazing mud houses, and they make them in intricate shapes, and they do awesome things with them. So yeah, mud houses are not worse off when it comes to flies, snakes, spiders, and all the other creepy crawlies. It's just how basically you keep things. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, until next time, bye. This was the cat's victim yesterday. I think he ate some of it. There's a head missing. He tries to bring all his toys in the house. In fact, sometimes he brings them in, like he's killed lizards in the house. The other day it was a baby snake. I was horrified. But anyway, yeah, so now when Amon is not home, I close all the windows that are lower, and I keep only one window that is higher in the living room, kitchen, and I get a bit hot in there. But yeah, I don't want to deal with his toys.